Hello everyone, Joe Neat here, executive producer with another weekly Sea of Thieves dev update. So first I wanted to talk a little bit about next week's update, Fort of the Damned. So this has been going through insider testing for the last couple of weeks. Been making some really good kind of tweaks and changes based on insider feedback. It's in a really good place now, and I'm really excited about this Fort of the Damned experience as the kind of showpiece as part of next week's update. So alongside that, I also wanted to talk a little bit about just some of the kind of quality of life improvements that are going to be coming along with this build. So obviously there's a lot of stuff that we'll reveal next week with the update itself, but I just wanted to hit on some of the kind of key quality of life stuff that's coming with this. So first of all, multiple gunpowder barrels will now chain explode correctly as opposed to all exploding at the same time. Yay. And pets, we made a little tweak to kind of pets audio. So when pets were kind of scared by danger, they would be quite excessive and repetitive. And so, you know, especially in kind of the heat of combat, your pets would be quite annoying, for want of a better word. So we've made some tweaks and changes to the audio there, so they're not going to kind of keep repeating and stuff. So it should be a much more kind of balanced experience for pets. And they've got a little bit braver, is what's happened. So we've also been addressing some sort of minor issues around combat, so I'll just kind of talk through those. So the first of those is if you now aim or block kind of straight after sprinting, it will correctly aim the weapon, or it will transition into a block and other players will kind of see that block across the network. So there were some issues there if you were doing it straight coming out of a sprint, but we believe we've addressed those now. And also, if you were holding an action such as an aim or a block, then initiating a sprint, when you come out of the sprint, that action will be kind of re-triggered. Previously, you had to kind of press it again, but now, so if you're kind of, you know, you're blocking or aiming, you start sprinting and then come out, it'll kind of transition back as long as you've kept that button held. So just some kind of tweaks there on the combat itself. There's a new accessibility setting known as reduce hold to use item, which basically means that instead of having to hold to use things, you can actually toggle. So as opposed to hold a button down to aim, you can just toggle it. And so, you know, if anyone that has trouble kind of really holding down buttons on the controller, then this is just a setting that you can select now, and you'll just be able to toggle things back and forward. So should be a nice improvement there in the accessibility side of things. Alongside all of that, one of the things that's been requested for quite a while is a wider range of kind of feminine clothing. So there's going to be quite a nice range of new feminine clothing coming with this update. Obviously everybody can equip that, but it's very much targeted from a kind of feminine perspective. And we've also, most importantly, you're going to be able to now change the colour of your underwear, which is very, very important for pirates. So that's just a few previews of just some of the kind of quality of life improvements that are coming with next week's update. So we'll reveal everything that's going to be a part of it next week. It's a really cool update. Like genuinely, the Fort of the Damned stuff, the internal testing we've been doing, the insider kind of feedback we've been getting has been super positive. I think it's going to be a really cool, interesting kind of experience again that pulls people together. It's going to be a really cool kind of moment in the world, and there's just a bunch of other stuff that's coming alongside it too. So yeah, really exciting update. Really looking forward to kind of seeing how this goes down, so we will have more to share on that next week. I also wanted to talk a little bit about one of the things that's popped up in our community recently, which is the Sea of Champions. So this is a really cool event that's being run by a kind of bunch of creators in the community for the community, and kind of it's been really cool to see when they announced it and the kind of all the kind of subsequent kind of the details that they've revealed around kind of the prize pool they've put together, and the I think the kind of commentators or casters that are going to be taking part. And this is a really cool kind of event, and we love to see people in our community creating this kind of stuff. And we, like with Sea of Thieves, we've talked in the past and kind of more recently about the potential for kind of private servers in the future for Sea of Thieves, which would enable this kind of thing to kind of happen more often, and for people, it's easier for people to kind of set up and stuff. But that's on our kind of midterm kind of roadmap, so it's not on the immediate stuff that we're working on at the moment. But we definitely intend for this kind of for private server support in the future for Sea of Thieves. But you know, in the meantime, when people like the people behind Sea of Champions reach out to us, who are kind of creators in our community, and they've got a really cool pitch, a really cool idea, then that's something that we like to listen to. It's something we like to entertain and look, is that something that we can help support, and we can help support kind of behind the scenes in terms of setting it up. So you know, we also look at other things in the community, like the race of legends. Another really cool thing that we've seen that's kind of set up and people have been running for a while now, and it's really cool because it's great kind of stuff for people to watch and also great stuff for people to take part in. And so if there are other creators in our community that have like cool ideas around things that they'd want to do in Sea of Thieves, then we're open to people reaching out to us and kind of throwing their ideas at us. And if it's something that we can support and something we can do in the kind of near term, then we can have some discussions around that. But definitely in the future, our aim is to have private server support, so this stuff can be done a lot easier. But it's really cool for us to have these ideas thrown towards us, and if it's a really good, compelling idea, we think it's going to do something cool for the kind of watchability of Sea of Thieves and overall for the community of the game, then that's something that we'll entertain, and we can look and see if it's something that we can kind of work with people on. Final reminder that October the 16th is when Fort of the Damned comes out, so if you are trying to get any of the time-limited kind of cosmetics or rewards as part of the previous month's update that I forgot the name of, then then you got a week. So apart from that, I'll see you on the seas. Cheers. So obviously we've had a lot of people reaching out to us about the bald lady of Crooks Hollow, and we wanted to confirm once and for all that it is in fact. If you like today's video, feel free to like, subscribe, or click that little ship bell. Thanks.